Alright, my dears, I guess this is as good a time as any to get started. Hello, my name is Shara and welcome to the stream! We are continuing with the adventures of our potato. I should have guessed that it was going to be a tiny bit congested. It is a Friday night. Hello, Narcon! Thank you for popping in! You'll have to let me know how the volume is. I usually set 14 to a specific volume, but sometimes it needs some uppies or whatnot. Oh, that's right! I stopped off in Costa del Sol. We are just going to be focusing... Well, so we're going to be focusing on some main story quests. I also need to go accept this Dragoon quest, because this is going to be the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by how pretty that is. It's sad, because these shards of Dalamud are like poisonous for the planet, but they're also really pretty. Anyway. But yeah, MSQ, I gotta do this job mission, and then I'm going to try to see how many dungeons I can unlock. Part of the problem is that some of this newer stuff is, can't be done with NPCs, so I would have to play with actual human beings, which, can be tricky if you're a DPS, because the queue times are always lower. Okie doke, sorry about that, had to check something. Alright, so let's see, that's right. Last time we did MSQ, Alphino had just had his kind of bitchy confrontation with Minfilia about how the Scions of the Seventh Dawn need to move out of Thanalan, because they really need to not be influenced by any one of the city-states. Yeah, I'm easily distracted. You have arrived. Let us see if Master Giju Ruju can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Philemon. Oh, that's right! Philemon is Minfilia's adoptive mother. And there's rumors of her showing up again when we thought she died during the Calamity. How sweet, Siren of the Sands, my Mikote Muse! Why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane! I mean, Momo! What brings you to my humble resort? Philemon? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, woman! If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Okay, you're a creep. Oh, for shame! To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy! West, is it? Thank you, Master Gijuruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I'd be most appreciative if you could go travel onto Wineport and do the same. It's teleport time. I suppose I could just fly over there. But I'm lazy. God, I'm so happy that flying is now an option in this game. Okie doke. Oh, this is treasure hunting. I'll deal with you later. Lower level treasure maps aren't really doing anyway, let's be real. There are some treasure maps that you get later on, though, that can unlock, like, special dungeons that are really cool. Well, if it isn't Momo, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say that he could smell her from 10. Boop. You want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Philemon? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description in far too bloody long. Excepting yourself, of course. I know, I'm a Lolofel. A lot of folks don't consider us to have any gender, I guess, apparently, unless you're, like, a creep like Gijuruju. Oh, I keep getting distracted and thinking that's something different, but nope, that's just the treasure chest again. Shivani! I see you have had a great many adventures since we last spoke, Momo. You must share them with me sometime. A girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Huh, I don't think I ever noticed that these flowers glow red. I'm not usually here, you know, at night in-game. I'm so glad that flying is a thing now in base game. Like, it was... They didn't come out with flying until well after Heavensward came out. Well, flying was introduced in Heavensward. It was not integrated into the base game, A Realm Reborn, for quite some time after that. Philemon! An unhappy Gubu. Mikote are not for eating, you creep. Rude beast. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Philemon? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Old I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Acilia, is looking for you. Acilia? You are the very picture of health, my lady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this is by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenosha aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? I think Alphino sometimes does not it's not even I think, it is a fact that Alphino genuinely, like, does not realize how rude he comes across. Or if he does understand how rude he is, he's not necessarily expecting a lot of people to talk back to him. Because when he went to university, with his twin sister Alice, they were the grandchildren of people in power, and they were geniuses. So, like, there were some people that looked down on them and talked shit to them, but like they could run circles around them to a certain degree. So he's got that combined with the rich stuff. He has a certain sense of elitism, or it, and he's also very much a teenager. So getting smacked back down, even in a gentle and mild way, is not something he's accustomed to, and he sometimes fumbles a little bit. Rescued it again from the jaws of a ravenous gubu. How quickly we forget the lessons of the past. Though I was not solely to blame for that foolishness. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Do I need a decent ring? Okay, so the answer is yes. Mentality. I guess that works. No, this is no longer any good to us. We're gonna equip this ring instead. Thank you. Despite her years of nomadism, it would seem Lady Philomene has kept a close eye on the affairs of our order. Surprisingly close, in fact. Suffice to say, she is nothing if not resourceful. Excuse me. One does not develop such skills without effort, or without reason. All things in time. Philomene has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. That mission gave me cooking sherry. That is a crafting ingredient. I haven't done any crafting yet on Momo because I'm focusing on MSQ. And also because if I'm going to do crafting, I want to show you guys the story and stuff because I think it's cool. And we're focusing on MSQ for now. Ophelia, I've got a present. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamin? Cilia. I haven't seen her like this in years, Momo. Minfilia came by her love of pink, honestly. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Salsetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Momo, however. I couldn't have made it without her. Thank you, Momo. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. As far as I know about 1.0, Philomen had quite an attire. I can imagine. I'll have to look that up later. Was it a very, like, stereotypically sexy Mikote outfit, or was it just like something really blah? I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nevertheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished much more than I could have ever hoped. You've succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all the many things you've done, I can't help but think of that which you have yet to do, and what it might entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Give me a sec, I'm looking at the picture you sent me. Oh, yeah, the top is very much a standard top and it exists in this game. But those sure are some short shorts and thigh-high. Yep. It's not too out of the ordinary for this game, but it's also a funny combination to this version of Philomen. So it's a slightly for those who can't see the picture, it's a slightly sexy top with bell sleeves and a bra peeking out, short shorts, and thigh-high boots. Still pink though, pink and white. So her aesthetic hasn't changed a lot, but she's become a great deal more matronly, and her original outfit did not have the glasses. Thank you for sharing, Eragon. Lamin! You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again. And this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. Are any of these any better than what I am already wearing? Game. Game, you need to let me see my gear. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do at all. Crap. I don't actually, because I'm pressing C, and it won't let me... Okay, now it will. 36. Okay, yeah, we could definitely use a better necklace. Laying the foundation. Minfilia would share with you the latest news on the Scion's imminent relocation. It's all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphino, if I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in highest regard. We would be honored to welcome your organization. There you are. There are, rather, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does. Madam, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Momo, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slapborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence ere long. Well, well. It would seem your reputation precedes you, Momo. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you've traveled so far, and there is already so much you've done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Take care until then. Momo, what are you reading? Ah, Momo. Were you able to get some rest? I'd ask that you come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem that there is something he would share with us. The squad! You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tatur's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands, rather. From the waking sands of the Rising Stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I've decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Philemon to teach me the basics of mining too. Tatu's always got her eyes on the prize. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with the emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I'd expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slackborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Momo. I am actually going to, real quick, go accept. I'm actually gonna go real. I know this is MSQ, but I also do need to do this Dragoon story quest. I love how silly this is. Like, look how happy him be. Just look how happy he is. I love him. I love him so much. Look at his smile. Okay. Now that I'm done being distracted, I should actually go to Alberich. Into the Dragon's Maw. Sir Alberich wears a solemn expression on his face. Ah, Momo. An urgent message arrived from Estinian in your absence. He bid you come at once to the Steel Vigil. It would seem Nidhogg is on the move, and rather sooner than we had anticipated. It appears that you have not yet fully become master of the dragon within you, and yet we are racing against time. I fear we have no choice but to do battle to the best of your current abilities, and without the dragon mail I promised. Now let us away. Estinian must know the truth of Ferndale, lest he fall for the Great Worm's seduction. Let's see. Wait, what was this? The previous evening's star readings are complete, and an astrologian from the observatorium seeks well-armed adventurers to escort him as he delivers the findings to a courier at Camp Dragonhead, who will take them into Ishgard. Yeah, no, sorry. I've got MSQ to do. My buddy Bun actually printed out one of these in her 3D printer before. It looked really cool. The etherite, I meant. Here's a little itty bitty one, but I don't have any food? Huh. That's okay. Excuse me. Can I just say how weird it is to see him in this armor? Alveric, I have long waited for this day. You, who fancy yourself an Azure Dragoon, the man whose cause you have taken for your own, is a coward. He relinquished the power of the dragon of his own volition and watched as Ferndale burned. Do you not think it ironic that I was chosen as your Dragoon? I, an orphan who is not of value to protect in Ishgard? I suppose I must give thanks, for it was the eye that revealed to me the truth, a truth so damning as to undo a lifetime of trust. I loved you as a father, but I can ill forgive you for Ferndale. As I understand it, you kept even the Archbishop in the dark regarding the missing eye. Do you mean to take your shame to the grave? But I waste my breath. Prepare yourself, old man, for I shall lay waste to all things you hold dear. And once I'm finished with you, I shall do what no other Azure Dragoon has succeeded in doing. I shall claim Nidhogg's head. Calm yourself, Estinian. Your rage renders you vulnerable to the dragon's influence. Momo. In you, I thought I had found kindred, someone besides whom I could fight the Great Worm. It is with a heavy heart that I relinquished that dream. Your affection for this coward has rendered you deaf to your own destiny. Very well. That we would one day cross lances was inevitable from the moment of our first meeting, as we shall now find out who is the Eye's true chosen. There can only be one. Okay, Riku. I am the Eye's true chosen, and you shall know when I bury my lance in your chest. Estinian, stop this madness. You and Momo were meant to be allies, not enemies. dragon within you stirs. You feel your wounds knitting. Interesting. Ah, yes, the power of the eye, but it cannot compare to mine own. You've awakened the dragon, Momo. Now my flame shall consume you whole. Fucking drama llama. Sinian, you're such a nerd. Dragon's curse corrupts Estinian's very mind and soul. Power! I must have more power! Oh, Lord of the Dragons, grant me strength to raise mine enemies! Estinian, surrender not to the beast within. Have you forgotten the vows which you swore? I remember thinking this was so fucking difficult. Get your ass over here. I need to put you down for a timeout. Alright, where'd it go? You can stop causing problems anytime, Dragon Eye. It's nap time, Estinian. Feeble creature, dost thou desire power? Look to thine anger and to thy hatred. It is there that thou shalt find it. Almighty Nidhogg, Lord of Dragons! You fucking idiot. Grant unto me thy blood, that I might be granted the claws and fangs wherewith to rend thine enemies. Estinian, you're such a dum-dum. Momo? This is impossible! It cannot be! Why'd you make me a man? Why'd you make me a white man? Forgive me, Estinian. I have failed you once again. I'm fine, Momo. Somewhat shaken, but otherwise whole of body. Suffice it to say, I have much to reflect upon. Let us return to the observatorium. The soul of the dragoon shines with unbound radiance. It occurs to me that, like, out of all of the NPCs that are involved with the level 50 quests for jobs, he is one of the only ones that is directly relevant to MSQ. Which is interesting. Look at him so happy. On the one hand, if you're flying, you don't get to see his little, don't get to hear his little tippy tap feet. Like these little feet. But he does smile so much more happily when he's flying. When the being of darkness closed upon us, you appear to me the spitting image of Haldrath the Dragon's Eye, just as he is depicted in the Holy Scriptures. When I first ran into him, I was like, who is this guy? No, that's completely fair. I think my impression of him was skewed by the fact that Dragoon was the first job I did when I first played this game. Well, Lancer and then Dragoon, you know what I mean. So, like, I already knew who the dude was going into Heavensward. If you never played the Dragoon storyline, though, you would genuinely have been, who the fuck is you? I thought that mayhap the years had taken their toll on my mind, but behold, the soul of the Dragoon shines as it never did in all the years I bore it. It would seem you have achieved that which was thought impossible. You've awakened to the ability that none but the first Azure Dragoon possessed. Truly a momentous achievement. I can still scarce believe that you were able to summon the self-same dragon mail worn by Haldrath. To think that it had been sealed within the soul crystal all this time. I have borne witness to many and more wonders over the years, yet none compares to you, my young Dragoon. Could it be that you are... Mark not my mutterings. I am certain that it was your indomitable sense of justice which resonated with the spirit of the first Azure Dragoon, prompting him to bestow the armor upon you. Yes, that is doubtless what happened. As the being of darkness faded, so too did Nidhogg's aura subside, and now his kind of ceased their stirring. Whether this was compelled by your awakening, I cannot say. I suspect we will learn the truth of it eventually. Estinian, my dear boy, whatever becomes of him, he will ever be as a son to me. I pray that he is somewhere out there still, and that he has not wholly forgotten the great man he once was. When that darkness brushed against me, the self-same torrent of emotions swept over me as those I experienced 20 summers past. But there was something else besides. There was a voice, and it lamented the rift that divides dragon and man. You will come to comprehend what I speak of in due time. Till then, Momo, I pray that you will ever use your newfound strength in the name of justice. Well, I started off as a gladiator paladin. Yeah, to be fair, like, most people I know do not start off as Lancer. Like, Kit started off, well, his primary class is White Mage. I don't know that he's ever played the Dragoon storyline, and most people I know haven't, because Dragoon is considered to be like a not very good class, frankly, as far as physical DPS goes. But I chose it for my first potato, Keldred, because I was of the opinion that a long, oversized weapon with a tiny character was the height of comedy. And I, frankly, am still of this opinion. This concludes the Dragoon quest for Final Fantasy XIV. I had to... Okay. Ugh. Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, ma'am. We're not joining any free companies. If anything, I'll create my own. Okay. I feel like it used to be a pain in the patoot to get this armor. But yeah, I fucking hate this armor, okay? Like, everything about it is fine, except for the belly window that only shows up for the female characters. It's like, yes, we're going to frame our most delicate and essential internal organs in a nice little picture window for you to skewer. Ugh. But let's go to Mordona so I can cast a glamour and get rid of this affront to my sensibilities. The first time I saw this in game, when I reached this point, I got so pissed. The number of rants I went on was truly, truly incredible. Here, where was my... Where did I put it? Okay, here. Do I have any others? Nope, just that one so far. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Mama. You have something for me, yes? Sealed documents. Documents detailing the scion's planned operations for the next several weeks. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we'd a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. Ha! I jest. Not really. Be honest with me, good sir. Shit. I should have taken that bracelet instead of... Damn it, I just screwed myself over a tiny bit here. Oh well. It's possibly a primal. Slapworm would show you around this island soon to be home in Revenant's Toll. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home? See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me. I'll show you around. Oh. Is that you, Momo? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have the most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It appears our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite all right, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all the necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Naricon, were you playing back in the day when you used to have to do a couple of levels in a different class just to be able to unlock the job? I'm almost certain that when I first started playing on Momo as a Lancer, in order to even unlock Dragoon, I feel like I had to do a couple levels in Archer? Or was that just to unlock specific class actions that were just for Archer? I forget. Or yeah. Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while. I got into the game during the Stormblood era. I think by that point they had gotten rid of what I'm talking about. I think that was deleted around the time that they streamlined MSQ for A Realm Reborn, which was around, I feel like that was around the time that Stormblood came out. I started playing when Heaven's Word was still brand new. I've been playing this game for, I think, 11 years now, on and off. Oh shit! Oh, it's the Crystal Tower! Okay, we gotta do some of this. Legacy of Alag. An oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of some service to an experienced adventurer. Oh, I see. Wow, okay. I know who you are. My buddy, my man. Your dumbass fluffy haircut gives you away. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Momo Jagaimo herself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate, but I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the likes of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. Yep, he's just the most boring guy, nothing special about him. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words offend the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek out a man by the name of Rambros at St. Coinage's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of the champion bold enough to march across the threshold. We'll do that in a sec. There's a ton of shit to unlock here real quick, though. So let me go ahead and do that. So, Jesus, look at all this. So this is all either new dungeons or more powerful versions of various, whatchamacallums? Trials. And I'm going to accept them all. Blood for stone. The daughters of Ishgard have a wintry gaze, but fallacy looks upon you with something very much like favor, alloyed with a certain urgency. I seek a certain adventurer for a cause most just. Are you not Momo? Ha! I thought you had the right aspect. 'Twas you who played the thief in the night at the stone vigil. The dragons guard their keep jealously, it said, yet you slipped unseen into the cloudy fortress. 'Twould not be their keep for much longer, however. The forces of Ishgard are massed by the Sea of Clouds. Now, this is for your ears only, but the blockade is but a prelude to an attack. Lord Trillamont commands the siege, and he would have your counsel. I am but one of many who will seek you at his behest. You must be a woman of rare quality. The proud knights of Durandare are not accustomed to taking, let alone seeking, outside help. Ishgard's is the cradle air I breathed, and I yearn to see the stone vigil reclaimed from the Dravanian horde. Will you not go to Whiteroom Front and Lord Trillamont? So that's, I believe, the stronger version of Stone Vigil. Alice. Oh shoot! A couple of them. The Ultimate Ballad. Alice would like to introduce you to someone. Your reputation precedes you, Momo. In fact, it's for that reason that I'd like to introduce you to someone. Oops, shit. Something about a minstrel. Who better than the woman who saved the world to give this minstrel the stories he seeks, huh? Humor the gentleman, I say. Hello! I'm not singing this, because I have no melody. Dawn may banish even the darkest night, yet ever shall primal desires burn. Two swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. Lest you wonder, these are the words of the Archon Louisoix. While not written as poetry, I find poetry within them nonetheless. Years ago, when I arrived in this land, I was beset with peril day and night, forced to endure countless trials which tested my mind, my body, and my faith. And I am not ashamed to admit that I would have faltered, had it not been for the help of handful of nameless adventurers, honest men and women who proffered the hand of friendship to a weary soul and led him safe from the darkness. When I look upon you, I am reminded of them. I can tell that you are well-traveled and possessed of both constancy and character. You are a woman of the adventuring profession, no? Yes, rather. I seek a valiant hero whose deeds may serve as inspiration, and I have reason to believe I have found her. After all, was it not you who faced Gaius Van Balsar and his elegant weapon? You must tell me everything. Everything. That happened. Omit nary a single detail, I beg of you. Truly a tale worthy of legend, and so eerily matching the writings of Archon Louisoix. Two swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade formed of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. The Black Wolf was a conqueror who aspired to rule through might, and the weapon was the key to his ambitions. Yet in the end, the people of Eorzea entrusted their fates to a brilliant blade, the Warrior of Light. A rather fitting moniker, in my humble opinion. Thank you. At last I have found the inspiration I sought, a battle to decide the fate of the realm. The words, the notes, I feel them coming together. Your tale, Momo Jagaimo, your song. From an era long forgotten, a blade of midnight drawn, from a distant land uncharted, a warrior who bears the dawn. So I spent, on an alternate character, roughly 2 hours trying to queue into Ultima Weapon for Ultima's Bane, and it never popped. So I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to do this without gathering other people to actually play with me for that. That said, though, an ad is about to start, so I'm actually going to run that real quick while we're still here, because I want to collect the rest of these quests. So yeah, I'm gonna pop this ad now, and then I'll be back with you in about 3 minutes. Thanks for your patience, my dears. Here we go. Ooh, actually, while I'm here. Oh, never mind. Let's go ahead and get some food, shall we? And, oh, huh, okay. Let's see. I guess independent merchant would be... Aw, you only sell fish stuff? How rude. Come on, you gonna really look at me and try to tell me that none of y'all sell any food? Oh, maybe one of you in here does. So Rowena is the queen of all merchants, and she shows up literally everywhere. And, like, all the places she runs, has stuff you can't get anywhere else. Welcome back, and thanks for your patience. Good lord. 50 million gil. Jesus. No thank you. I'm not willing to pay that for amount. But yeah, guys, thanks for putting up with the ad. Oh, Naricon, By the time you started playing, not to mention Geralt's arch nemesis in the professional sense, 100%, those guys have an incredible history. By the time you started playing, I honestly forget what the timeline was as far as it came to glamour prisms. Had they already gotten rid of these other glamour prisms? Because I'm sure you might have already known, but back in the day, you used to have to make special glamour prisms depending on what material the item you were casting a glam for was, like the leatherworking, goldsmithing. There was no such thing as a singular glamour prism, and there was also no such thing as a glamour plates or the glamour dresser in the inns. The redone glamour system revolutionized everything. It made it so much simpler and easier. It used to be a nightmare. But okay. Simply to die for. Alice would like you to speak with a troubled patron. Ah, well, if it isn't Momo, just the adventurer I was hoping to see. Do you know of the blacksmith Agenolf? He is quite an accomplished craftsman. In fact, anyone who's had dealings with Rowena is sure to have come across his creations. It's always been a pleasure to have him as a regular here at the Seventh Heaven, but he's been quite irritable of late and practically drowning in his cups, besides. I fear his recent work, or perhaps a lack thereof, may have something to do with it. This may seem but a trifling matter to someone as traveled as yourself, but it would mean so much to me if you would speak with him. I can think of no one better than to offer him a word or three of encouragement. Okay, let's collect these as well. Hugobert. Out of sight, out of mind. Hugobert of Revenant's Toll has news he would share in the strictest of confidence. I've seen more and more visitors to this god-forsaken place lately, most of them battle-hardened types seeking a worthy test of their mettle. I trust that I might count you among them. I generally thought you're forced to make your own glamour prisms until I found out I can just buy them at your faction's vendor using seals. I also, for the longest time, thought that you had to make your own glamour prisms. It wasn't a hardship for me on Keldred, because by the time glamour prisms existed in, like, the current glamour prism system was released, I already had a ton of crafting classes on her. But when I found out you could just get them for seals, it was just like, oh my god, that's so much easier. I've seen more and more visitors I trust that you count you among them. Look, you didn't hear this from me, but word has it that the Copperbell mines are looking not unlike the eighth hell in recent days. The stone torches would have us believe that they have matters under control, but a minor acquaintance of mine would beg to differ. He says that the torches have proven far more adept at quelling rumors than hecaton chairs, if you catch my drift. Talk about having the same brain cell, yeah. Why do I betray this knowledge to you? I fear for my friend's life, and mine own as well, should those hulking monstrosities break free to the surface. If it's a challenge you seek, what say you accidentally find your way to Copperbell and proffer your services? So, it's been a long time since we've done Copperbell, but basically it's a mine. They dug real deep. The people who had the mine at some point used basically giant ogres as slave labor, and then sealed them underground for several hundred years when they couldn't control them anymore. So, we put down a few last time, now there's more trouble. Lozong! Oh Jesus, you have so many! Maniac Manor. Lorianne of Revenant's Toll looks as if she's seen a ghost. Ah! Forgive me, friend. A most chilling encounter has my nerves on edge. I was traveling through the shroud when a man accosted me out of nowhere. His eyes darting wildly in fear, he spoke of a haunting mansion from which tortured screams of young maidens can be heard day and night. Hawkett Manor, was it? Ah, Hawkeye Manor, yes. What's that? You purged the self-same manse of its unholy inhabitants some time ago. That's curious indeed. The man recounted the events as if they happened not days ago. While it would put my heart at ease to know his tale was not but a fancy born of a few too many flagons of mead, the poor soul had not the air of a drunk or a liar. Perhaps you know someone who could shed some light on the matter? I swear the copper-bound mines couldn't catch a break. Nah, nothing good ever happens in the mines. For keepsake. Oh, that's right. I unlocked Amdapor Keep, but I didn't do it because I think I didn't meet the eye level at that time. Jeez, look at your billion shit. Okay. Kurds and Slay. As Bloezong eyes you from his corner, you get the impression that he has a dangerous task in mind. You're Momo Jagaimo, by the Onion, the very woman I seek at Dear White's behest. How do I know the potbanger? Why, we trained together in the Culinarians Guild. He has a place in Costa del Sol now, the Flying Shark. Not the sharpest knife in the block as Dearest the Daft, but he's loyal. He's got a friend out there by the name of Whiskade, and he seems to be in need of your help. What say you go look him up, huh? Oh, Kurds. Is this the hard mode version of, whatchamacallit? The mission we had to do for the goblin that got us the cheese. I bet it is. Bless this mess. King of the Hull. Bloezong has the satisfied look of a man who has found that which he seeks. You're Momo Jagaimo, by the Onion. I was hoping you'd come by. I've got a message from an old friend of mine. Need your help for an important task, he says. It's highly confidential business, so I can't give you his name. Let's just say he's well known in Limsa. Odds are you recognize him. Any road. I'm not at liberty to divulge anymore. If you have a mind to take on the task, head over to Limsa and sneak out a bloke named Denston. That's not my friend, mind you, but one of his men. Alright, and it's definitely pirates. Oh, this is gonna be Sastasha, hard mode. Bloezong has a favor to ask you on behalf of an old friend. By the Onion, this is the third time you've said that, sir. You're Momo. You couldn't have come at a better time. And a friend of mine said word that he needs a capable adventurer, you see, and I naturally thought of you. Who's his friend, you ask? Why, none other than Commodore Raynor of the Yellow Jackets. He and I met back when we first started out as a culinarian, and we've been friends ever since. Any road, I'd appreciate it if you pay him a visit and inquire as to what he needs doing. You'll find him at the Coral Tower with his Yellow Jackets. We are closest to Gridania. I can also return there free of charge, so let's do that real quick. Alright, so... Ursendale. Okay, you... Lancers. Okay. I completely understand why you have to do a lot of these with actual players, but at the same time, it's been kind of nice being able to do these things instantly without having to wait for other players to, you know, queue in. Oh well. Ursendale. Ah, friend, it is good to see you again. How I wish that I could greet you with more joyful tidings. I trust you have heard the rumors? Yes, I fear they are true, and then some. Oh, wherever shall I begin? Usually from the beginning, sir. After you return my lady from her torment, a deed of bravery and kindness that I will remember until the last of my days, I paid visit to the Wood Whalers and told the truth in all its tragedy, that the guardians of the Twelveswood might know the truth. Though the Whalers did not doubt my words, they insisted on a thorough investigation of the manor. Without witnessing my lady's remains for themselves, I was told, they could hardly vouch for the citizenry's safety. And prudent judgment, I thought, and I did not argue. It is what happened next that confounded everyone, myself most of all. A contingent of wood whalers was dispatched to the manor, and I personally escorted them in. This would be the last I saw of them, for nary a one returned. Minutes turned to hours, and before long, night surrounded the silent manor. 'Twas then the screams began again. Ungodly, heart-rending screams that will be burned in my memory forevermore. Against my better reasoning, I mustered the courage to peek inside. Oh, how I wish I had not. For what peered back, my friend, was someone, nay, something. For that which I saw surely possessed no soul like you or I, that had no right to exist in this world. The whalers have dispatched another contingent to investigate the manor. The fools! Do they not see that they have writ their own death sentence? I cannot save them, but you, friend. You may succeed where I so miserably failed. I implore you, pray come to our aid once more. I would like to do Hockey Manor, actually. It's actually been an incredibly long time, multiple years, since I've done any of these dungeons for a Realmborn. Like, not the base ones, but like the hard mode ones. And I must admit that navigating stuff is so much easier now that I can fly. Ooh, wait. Where's the moon at? I want to see the moon. Is the moon orange today? Oh, never mind. Nope, that's a piece of Delamud. I mean, it is pretty from the outside. It's just, you know, haunted. Oh my god, this name. Dee Dickley Dick. Did you used to be a Lalafell? The repetition of that sort of name. Enter Hockey Manor hard with a party of other players. Guess I don't have a choice in the matter. I hate having to play with other people. That's not true. I don't mind it. I just would rather do stuff on my own. But this is very much an MMORPG, so, you know, the multiplayer and all of that. Hello, Hallistorper. You are big and not friendly. Okay, let's go to Limsa to at least unlock the other thingamajiggies while we're at it. It is a Friday night, so maybe it won't take forever to get this. Jesus, look how thick the usernames are on the ground tonight. Okay. Where are the various folks I have to talk to? Yes. Okay, let's go to the Aft Castle. And there's the Weeaboo police. You're Mama Jagaimo, are you? The chief will be pleased that you came. Now time's of the essence, so I'll get straight to business. During your travels, might be as you heard tell of Mistbeard, the legendary pirate. Hell, as I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard of the bloke. Ain't a soul in Limsa don't know don't know of his exploits. Nary a ship on the 5 seas was safe from Mistbeard's grasp. Not even the Golden Fleet of Ul'dah. But one day, at the height of his notoriety, the man vanished without a trace while sailing the Rotano. Since then, the rumors have spread that Mistbeard left behind a treasure trove and plunder. Folks believe it's somewhere out there just waiting to be plucked like a ripe fruit. Your task pertains to that treasure. I'll take over from here, Dunstan. Chief! Greetings, my friend. It's been a while since you sent the Black Wolf to the Seventh Hell. Before I begin, let me make clear that I do not request your aid in my capacity as Storm Marshal. Nay, the matter is purely private. With that detail established, I shall continue Dunstan's tale. For a time, folk had lost interest in Miss Beard's cache, such was its elusiveness, but recent developments have treasure hunters across the realm stirring anew. South of Vilbrand, upon the Rotano Sea, there lies the Sealed Allays. Along the fringes of these remote islands, there is an expanse of water into which few ships dare venture. Nature has conspired to perpetually shroud the area in a heavy mist. A man can hardly see his own hand in front of him. Be it by accident or intent, countless vessels have entered that mist, never to be seen again. Over the years, some few survivors have washed ashore with the tales of an island hidden within, which appears without warning to smash their ships into flotsam. So it was that the legend of Hullbreaker Isle was born. In the wake of the calamity, however, it came to be that the mist would lift under certain conditions, and, as luck would have it, on one such day, a merchantman mistakenly sailed straight into the area. The ship eventually came upon a deserted island, where it made an astonishing discovery. The Har, Miss Beard's own flagship, lying broken within a cove. Though he yearned to explore the wreck... Oh my goodness! Holy shit! Sorry, give me a sec. This takes priority. I can't believe it popped! Sorry, sir, we're gonna have the rest of that conversation later. Oh dear. So part of why I don't like doing shit with other people is that if I fuck up, it's just me, like by myself, that's at risk. But with other people, maybe I'll actually get to do a bunch of these today. I would like to see if we can get some of these dungeons out of the way. That would be exciting. And today or tomorrow would be the best time to do them. Because, you know... what with... there being more people online to play... Also, this music's kind of a bop, though. You can't lie. Every single door is locked now. Or so it feels. We're feeling ambitious today, it seems. Oh shit. Nope. Y'all are not friendly, huh? Alright, let me think. I feel like... I don't remember which of y'all should go down first. Never mind, the point is moot. They were squishy. Is it this one, or is it... No, I think it's a later boss battle. It's got the lanterns. Yeah, no, we're... Now, bear in mind, a lot of these missions, or a lot of these dungeons, are less difficult for me playing right now than they were when they were first released. Because my gear is better. So, the Dragoon quest. When that first came, when that was... So, before this, the Dragoon quest only gave you... that last one piece of armor. In this case, when I completed it just now, this redone version of it had it give me... Oh shit, I forgot about these lanterns. It gave me a whole second set of the same armor that with better stats. Damn it, Shira, come on. Learn how to dodge. Anyway, I'm better geared now than I ever would have been playing this for the first time back when it was first released. This dungeon, I mean. Just because gear stats are so much better now. So this is infinitely easier than it was for me playing for the first time back in... well, a long time ago. Tiny key? Tiny key? Any other tiny keys? I don't... Oh, shit. Ooh, earrings. Some of this gear that's dropping is actually pretty good for this level. So we've got Rowan Cobalt, Grim Lamont, and Zephon Remiel. Everybody's got kind of serious, like, names. Ash, what was your deal, sir? These dungeons are definitely supposed to have some kind of... Oh, no, I found it. And by it, I mean... that. To stay away from the sword. Oh, come on. Man, do we even bother with the minion, or would you just keep... Maybe we just burn this guy down. Now we just burn this guy down, got it. Congealed blood. Charming. You're a big boy. Sorry, we had a brief. We and the other folks are having a brief in the chat, or having a brief chat about the fact that blood pudding is an actual thing that exists in real life. Wait, is this the boss? You know what? Good on everybody here doing such a good job playing to make this dungeon so fast. Those long pulls really helped. I'm so used to dungeons taking 10 goddamn years to finish. So, if I'm remembering correctly, we gotta get the various maidservants down because she will eat them, and whatever HP they have left, she will consume. Like, she will get stronger. I wonder if it's possible to tame Void Scent when Beastmaster finally comes out around patch 7.5. Good question. Wait, oh, this is a different demon than Lady Amandine. This is Lady Amandine. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. We were too strong. Yep. Yep. We killed we did too much damage, so she instantly ate the ad. So yeah, we basically did her too much damage too fast, so she ate Amandine, like immediately. And Amandine we hadn't killed, or we hadn't gotten Amandine's HP down. So only the only the tank survived that. Rip and Pip. It's been actually a really long time since I've last done this. I'm really enjoying going back to these dungeons. It's just such a stock stream. Oh. Damn it, no! We need to kill you guys before she eats. It's an interesting mechanic. Well. Oh dear, I am seduced. Oh dear. Yay! Do 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 do. Let's see, I don't know. Well, I guess it's only you left, bud. Okay. I'm getting a lot of stuff by default. Oh, and I got a I've already got the succubus card, so I'm gonna have to go sell that at the Golden Saucer. Oh, they must have all been in a party. I got 3 player comms. But okay, let's finish this conversation, shall we? And once this is unlocked, maybe I can do Hullbreaker Isle. Wait, actually, I think I might want to save that. I feel like, don't I have to do something in Hullbreaker Isle to unlock, something in the Crystal Tower series? So I might hold off from queuing into that just yet. Okay, so we were partway through this conversation when we got, like, positively interrupted. Even as we speak, treasure hunters are scrambling to find a way to the legendary Hullbreaker Isle, that they might claim Miss Beard's cache. I would have you get there before they do, Momo, and retrieve a single object from the Har, a golden coffer bearing Miss Beard's crest. The chief would do the job himself, but his being Storm Marshal is like to attract unwanted attention. That's why he wants you to go in his stead. As long as you bring back what he asked for, you're welcome to keep whatever else you find. Though I make my request off the record, I must impress upon you that the matter is of grave importance to our nation's future. I shall be praying for your success. Now, no doubt you're wondering how you get to the Isle. I have a ship moored at the Morby dry docks. Meet me there when your preparations are in order, and I'll ferry you over. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Wisket, because I'm pretty sure this unlocks the next, what do you call it? Short stop? Whatever, what was that name of that? The cheese dungeon is all I can ever remember it as. Okay. Let's go talk to Wisket. I'm gonna be real. A lot of the names in this game I struggle with. Momo Jagaimo. I shall have to thank Dristwaits for he was as good as his word. He promised he'd find you. I'm lucky to have such good friends. What can I say? In the company of heroes, you keep good company. And that's what I need your help with. I'm sure you remember Brayflox, and a bit of trouble she is. As the captain of the guards here, I can hardly go charging off to her rescue. Yet, would I forsake a friend? Never. And so I thought of you, Momo. Truly, your timing is fortuitous and your fortitude unmatched. If there's any who can help out our mutual gobby friend, it is you. Now, off you go then, to Brayflox Longstop. My buddy! My friend! My gobby friend! Let's go say hi. I think I understand now why it took them a while to, like, implement flying. Because they had to make sure all of this was properly mapped, I assume. It looked like in a feasible environment from the air. Because Heavensward and onward, all of the places are constructed and designed with flying in mind. Realm Reborn, not so much. Brayflox. Psh. Goodly Uplander is here to give let hand to Gobbyflock and Brayflox. Uplander's tongue flaps make forgot happy Gobby. Brayflock's ear catch enemy foot noise. Illuminati wants Brayflock's secret. Dirty take. They try and try. Psh. Stinky sweet secret recipe. Brayflox can give to Gobby friend. Brayflox cheese is most tasty fresh, and now Brayflox is a hunted Gobby. Brayflox is no cheese maker. Brayflox free cheese recipe from Illuminati. Cheese is Gobby birthright. No Gobby die making Illuminati cheese lords. But now they want to make Brayflox dead Gobby. Brayflox give Uplander lent hand in pastimes, yes? Mighty Rockman fall with Gobby help, yes? Now time has come for lent hand to be Brayflox's Iron Fist. Shh. Alright, buddy. I don't know if I'll do this right this second, but you will get some help. Crap! I completely forgot. We were in Limsa, and I completely forgot to do the second mission there. Okay, well let's go do that real quick to at least unlock Sistasha. Yeah, Marauders. I thought so. There's pros and cons to unlocking so many things at once. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's also like you get it all out of the way at the same time. I don't know. Rainer. Good morning to you, Momo. How timely. There is something I'd ask of you. Ah, but where are my manners? Is there aught you require? Here at Bloazong's request, you say? That he should send you, of all people, is a stroke of good fortune indeed. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. You will doubtless recall driving the Serpent Reapers out of Sistasha. Well, despite our best efforts to keep the place secure, I regret to inform you that it has been occupied by pirates. Pirates, I say, though eyewitnesses claim that they seem more akin to fiends from the briny depths. To be frank, we are not wholly certain what it is we are dealing with. I dispatched a party of adventurers to identify and eliminate the threat, but it would seem that their courage failed them. But they were not you, my friend. You will fare better against whatever awaits within Sistasha. Of that I have no doubt. If you be willing to assist us, pray report to De Persia, who stands guard by the entrance to the caverns. Miko Pachu! Oh! Fair serious! Okay. Sorry, The ADD brain is real tonight. This is unlike Pharaoh Sirius, though. Diamanda's hands are idle, though by no fault of her own. My first genuine assignment under Master Mimidoa, and now this! Whatever did I do to deserve such a fate? Oh, but more on my manners. I am Diamanda, a smith recently in the employ of Naldic and Vimeles. I arrived in these parts not a few days past to assist in the restoration of Pharaoh Sirius. Little did I expect my arrival to be greeted by that god-forsaken song, a song I thought confined to my worst nightmares. Yes, I speak of the grim serenade of the foul sea witch that lured my poor father into a watery demise so many years ago. So I stand here with idle hands, powerless to avenge his death, powerless to repay my debt to Master Mimidoa, once my father's mentor as he is now mine. The agony of it all. If only my brother were here, he would see to it that... But alas, my brother remains lost at sea. You're an adventurer, are you not? Perhaps if you were to defeat the siren. Yes, you must. If not for me, then for all the sailors who seek safe passage across threatening seas. Seek out Mr. Mimidoa at the pier. You'll find him gazing grimly in the direction of Pharaoh Sirius, lamenting our fate. Well, first, let's unlock Sestasha. Diversia! Ah, it's you! I take it you mean to help us again? Wonderful. You see those adventurers yonder? We sent them in first, but it soon became clear they were unequal to the task. By my count, they lasted just under a minute inside before staggering back out, sucking for air like fish out of water. As such, we're no close to ascertaining the nature of the threat, let alone eliminating it. You'll be going in blind, I know, but you've purged Sestasha before, and I'm certain that you can repeat the feat. Enter whenever you're ready. I look forward to hearing of your success. Goblin War over the most mundane thing as a cheese recipe. Remind me of the war that almost got started because a pig got killed. The reasons for war over the cause of real life history, or almost war, can be so minor. So I read a lot of fanfiction, which is no mystery to anybody who knows me. In part of the... there's this one really excellent author. Let me find her stuff real quick. Or I think it's a her. My apologies if I misgendered her. Crap. What is her username? Inexplicafix, rather. So she is most well known for doing the Accidental Warlord AU for The Witcher. And there's a couple of lines in one of the later parts of that series where one of the characters, Alexander, is trying to explain to a Witcher what damage can be done by a king or, like a noble being offended. Because tiny little things, tiny little aspects of being rude or saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, which can seem minuscule or trifling, can result in the deaths, if taken seriously by somebody in power, that can result in the deaths of thousands. And that kind of resonates, because it's true. Okay, though. I'm wondering, I think I need to... I'm trying to think of the best order, I guess, to do all of this stuff in, because I'm almost certain that in order to unlock the Crystal Tower series, I have to do multiple other dungeons, and I'm pretty sure Hullbreaker Isle is one of them. So I'm, like, hesitant to do any of the ones we're unlocking, because I might have to do it again in quick succession. So I think we're going to accept this one. And then I want to go continue some of the Crystal Tower stuff, The Legend of Alag, because I want to get to the point where I have to do another dungeon for that, so I can do two birds, one stone. Yeah? Another initiate, are ya? No? Huh. Ain't no one says yes to that. You're a familiar face, though. Come to think of it, you bear a striking resemblance to a brave lassie I once met. Helped us chase one of those goddamn sirens from FFXIV, she did. What's that, you say? Speak up, missy. Years of hammering have taken their toll on my ears. Any road, you might not be half the heroine your predecessor was, but you know the saying, any port in a storm. Aye, that's right. Damned if I can tell you why, but the hell's-born hussy is back, and she's running roughshod over the place with a crew of her song-snared flunkies. Me and Diamanda, we've naught to do but sit on our arses till someone cleans the place out. Look, this is more than a reclamation project to me and the lass. That scurvy witch killed her father, one of me prize students. I swore I vowed to myself to do his name proud and restore the beacon, but these hands were made for hammering, not scuffling with sirens. What do you say following your forebear's footsteps and fight this one for all Mimidoa? Us and word to David, the guard at the lighthouse. He'll tell you all you need to know. Okay, this one I think I can just accept, and then it'll unlock that for me without me having to do it. So that's fine. Goodness, there's just so many things. Just so many things. It big tall. It real big tall. David! Ah, adventurer, you've come not a moment too soon. The siren has holed herself up in the lantern chamber atop the structure. The most direct route would be through the front door, but I fear the siren is already wise to our intentions and has posted the most formidable of her thralls to guard the entrance. Our only hope to breach our foe's defense is to attack from below through the flood cellar. If you cannot win this battle for us, I know not who can. Go forth, friend. May that Pharaoh Sirius may shine bright anew. Can I do this with NPCs? Nope. Oh wait, can I not even do Sestasha? No, my item level's too low. What is causing that? I don't know. The really shitty bracelets you have, Shara? The kind of garbage ring? What's my average eye level now? Okay, it's 72. It's that damn... It's this... I gotta get better bracelets. What about now? Okay, 75. Okay. We'll come back to that. Alright. Let's go talk with Rambros. I don't think we'll do... If we're not going to get done the whole Crystal Tower raid series tonight, but we'll get a start on it. There's just a lot, because... There's just a lot released. There's a lot to do. Did I even unlock everything is my question? I think I did. Everything I have access to right now, anyway. Ah, man. I'm gonna actually block that for the moment, I think. Because, if I'm remembering correctly, this Eganol thing might be where you start, whatchamacallit, like the stuff with, Gerald. The weapon stuff. And I don't really want to deal with that. Huh, I never unlocked the levs here. I probably should have, but oh well. Maybe I can do that later well, no, actually, can you do... No, you can do a level waiting for something else to pop. Why, if it isn't Momo Jagaimo herself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb. Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. That's a word. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture that we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find yourself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thou Solemn Halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your something? Didn't read that fast enough. I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Momo? I thought it was you. What brings you to St. Coinches? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insupportable foe, yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That's well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Momo. You don't have the faintest idea what you're volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The sons of St. Coinage are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-dead Allegan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monster represented a feat of engineering far beyond all Garlemald can presently achieve. Nerotol Skeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Mudalamut it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniac legatus wield one of these weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Scions and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But, like so many other things that were best left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Sit in his fucking oven mitt. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses. We cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Mama, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by a powerful defense mechanism, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past those unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analyses, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Maybe I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lenosha, where both the Sapsos spawning grounds and the Ulgamorov mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. Whatever you do, please be careful. Let's do a murder! I say as though this is anything different than usual. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got... Who am I missing? Okay, I'm missing the Sylphs. I'm also missing the Ixal, but that makes more sense because, the Ixal are a crafters-only beast tribe. No, you don't see me. You don't see me, it's fine. Nico, come here, my baby. Come help me punish this man. I came into his house and offered him insult, but I'm going to punish him nevertheless. Boop. Okay. Airport. By the way, Narukon, I just realized, which war were you talking about that almost got started because a pig got killed? I just realized I meant to ask you which one that was, and I completely forgot because I have a singular brain cell. The fucking lighthouse got impaled by a shard of Dalamud. Good lord. The War of the Pig. What country, though? Because, like, the thing is, that's so feasible to me that someone would do that, or that multiple someones would do that. It's just in human nature to start a war for so tiny a reason. Hello, sir. You have to die now. took place in 1959 as between the US and Britain. Huh. I can't say that's something I remember hearing about, but I also don't make much of a study of US-related history, in truth. Most of the history I'm interested in is about other countries. I do know that there has been weird pig-related stuff over the course of history. In general? Like, actually, let me go accept this simply to die for thing. It's bothering me. Can't you see I'm thinking, lass? Off with you. Alice sent you, did she? And I suppose she just so happened to mention me contract with Rowena, huh? I thought she'd be satisfied with me vintage gear. There was a time it practically flew off the shelves, bringing in adventurers with tombstones by the bucket. But now, you damn divas are a fickle lot, and apparently none of you'll be caught dead in me stuff no more. Now I've got Rowena jumping down my throat, clamoring for something new. Something the realm ain't heretofore seen. The woman expects too bloody much, I tell ya. But if I don't fill my contract, she'll have thugs fitting me feet for lead boots. If only I pissed out bright ideas like each dawn like I did my ale. Hold your horse, Birds. I know you're from somewhere. You're one of them adventurers that started the bloody relic armor movement way back when, aren't you? As I live and breathe. Tried as I might, and holy hells did I try, I wasn't quite able to recreate the masterworks. There was somewhat about them, a certain quality, even the great Eganolf wasn't able to match. I suppose one can never truly rival the classics, huh? Ah, Elise, you sly shrew. That's why you sent this one. You wanted her to remind me of the old days when armorcraft was about the armor and not else. Somewhere along the way, I reckon I got caught up in the hurly-burly and lost my way. You know, I reckon it's high time I got back to the basics. Focus more on who'll be wearing my gear than the pretty tale in that Makote saw in me the parts. Might be as though I can come up with something that'll satisfy Rowena. Cheers, lass. It was kind of you to stop by. And while you're here, how about I fix you up a set of your own relic gear? Mine assistant Cacklin here can augment each and every piece. Of course, that's assuming you can bring him the proper parts. They ain't running a charity. Don't go forgetting your gear, neither. Okay, this is a dyeable version. Okay. Coral pink. I'll do Rotano blue. Let's be real, I'm probably not going to use these dyes, but it's good to have them. Crap! I forgot to warn y'all about the ad. I forgot the ad would happen. Okay, so do I have... Dragoon? Okay, so I do have that. Okay, so that... Draken mail. Am I currently wearing the Draken mail? No, I'm wearing the Worm's mail. The Draken mail is the previous version, and then, but what about... Okay, so these I think you get from doing various quests and such. Okay, I'm gonna... You get Twitch Turbo, so it's okay? Okay, good, then. I'm glad. I genuinely thought that that somehow led to the what's-his-face stuff. The other gear. But no, this is the process for how you get the dyeable versions of the, stuff and things. But, oh, I don't know. I'll deal with that later. Because the thing is, I have the option of either using it for glam as is, or like, exchanging it for something else, like back there, but I don't particularly like the look of the artifact gear for a Realm Reborn for Dragoon. As I mentioned, the fact that there's an exposed stomach window that shows off all of your, you know, vulnerable organs bothers me deeply. Okay, Rambros. How you, how progress, how progress your efforts in infiltrating the basement strongholds. This unblemished earth crystal is the main component used in the ritual the kobolds performed to summon Titan. And this is the one for the Sahagin used to summon Leviathan. So these are the flamed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You've done well, Momo. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, at the war camp of the Amalja and Thanalan. The latter in Nadalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Kurthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. To me, it looks good in any other race. Lawless in the hand, not so much. I was going to say, it just looks, to me personally, it looks bad on Lalafels. Like the other races I've seen, it actually looks nice. You know, it's pretty, but you can't really effectively sexualize a Lalafell. And that's part of the thing. It's supposed to look sexy. And in the context of a Lalafell, that makes me deeply uncomfortable. Okay, there was... Were we trying to... Okay, Drillamon. This was the one I was looking at. Because if we are going to go to Kurthus anyway, we should knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm genuinely just offended at the fact that, you know, it is only the female Lalafell that has an exposed stomach. The male Lala does not. Or at least to my understanding. Where? Okay, it's over here. Can I land on this? Damn, I can't. That's such a bummer. So this song specifically sounds very much to me like one of the battle songs in Final Fantasy X. There's something about it. How audible is the music, by the way? I hope the game is loud enough. Okay, good. The music in this game is so wonderful that I really don't want it to be missed. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, by the way. I do enjoy me some 14. Ideally, I would really, really like to do the first thing of Crystal Tower tonight. But we'll see, we'll see. We'll see how many spoons I have. Bare minimum, maybe we can knock out at least 1 or 2 other dungeons, if not the rest of the Crystal Tower. Or the you know, stuff necessary to get us to the first actual raid in that series. Drillamon! Momo Jagaimo, you have come and lent us your strength? House Durandare is in your debt. You will rejoice with us to know that the battle for the Stone Vigil has already begun. The first wave has already breached the outer defenses and entered the keep. As depraved a foe as the Dravanians are, they have a certain cunning. The place teems with unbelievers who gladly embrace death merely to deny us a form of advance. We came to slay dogs and are bled by nits. They are graver matters still. After our first wave stormed a keep, the enemy sealed the breach behind them. The vigil headgate is now a welter of molten iron and stones sharp as a headsman's axe. We can no longer send reinforcements by land. The danger is great, but we must go by air. I shall lead the second wave and would have you join your strength to ours. Sir Nethelane awaits you near the stone vigil itself. I shall join you as soon as I have seen to the airships. Let me at least get to the point of unlocking this before we return to the Crystal Tower stuffs. Hail, Momo! Lord Lamont sent word. The airship will not be long in coming, and then we charge. All Wipenfront knows your name, Momo Jagaimo, who penetrated the stone vigil's defenses. Why, to this very day I remember the cheer that rang out when we heard you'd laid Isgebind low. Your presence here is tonic, pure tonic, for the troops. Too long have the damned dragons desecrated our keep. Halone willing. The stone vigil shall return to Ishgard before this day is out. I suppose we can... let me let's go back and do this first. Again, I don't want to start something only to then realize that I have to do it again. What the fuck is going on? Sorry, I'm referring to some real-life noises. Oh, it's the worm thing! At a glance, sandworms seem little more than mindless minions of the desert, but it is now believed that each worm is bound to the others in their community, forming a sort of hive mind, which recognizes when one of the group has been injured or killed. This hive mind is now guiding the swarm of worms towards Forgotten Springs to exact revenge on the U tribe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not helping with this. well. Oh, hey, it's this person again. Actually, maybe I will help with this. And if I die, well, it's my own fault. To be honest, if there weren't another player here, I wouldn't bother. But there is, in fact, another player, and who seems to be running interference. Oh no, the little wormies are getting involved now. Strangely enough, this is one of the few phases that completes itself without player interference. Really? I had no idea. I suppose I could fuck off, but it's sunk cost fallacy. We're 3/4 of the way through now, so I might as well complete it. a certain amount of fondness for these fates as anyway. Yay! We did the thing! Jeez, poor Nico, you almost died. My poor little buddy. I think I very vaguely knew that some fates complete without players, but I think they're pretty far between. Few and far between, rather. Say what you will about the Amalja. They've certainly got an aesthetic that they are committed to. Damn it. Sir, I'm not here to quarrel with you. Alright, where you at, bud? Okay. By the way, I hope everybody's doing alright today. It's been a weird week. Okay, let's head back to Mordona. Now I think most of these are Jesus, that's a big old chunk of Dalamud right there. I don't remember how much of the rest of this is also chunks of Dalamud, or if it's like, for lack of a better term, radiation crystallization of ether. Momo, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the basement? Yes it was. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now prepared to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I didn't give the impression that we'd be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defense, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, it will be requiring your services once again. It gives me dark matter, which is something you can use to repair your own items. I'm not going to, because I have no need to do so, because I'm a lazy bitch basket and would rather just get them repaired elsewhere. But it's useful when you have nowhere nearby, that when you're doing stuff or in a dungeon and there's nowhere else nearby to repair your stuff. Sanding it down. Rambros wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might as well call them a substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. Though I requested that the word be sent as soon as new stock came in, I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when we next meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of the ether sand we require. I love the guild masters in this game. They each have such distinct personalities. And, I will say that although Serendipity doesn't have a ton going on, she's very sweet and very pleasant as a guild master. Ah, Mr. Shigaimo. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? This hefty sack of gil has been promised to a goldsmith's guild in exchange for any available ether sand. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Coinage. What a fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire aspect ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jamime over the... Ah, I do beg your pardon. It seems that she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as a partial payment. Partial? Are you saying that's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. Ugh, I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Momo, it's been too long. What brings you here, then? Got your eyes on something expensive, have you? Poor Biggs, yeah. Well, now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no. You're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization is a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard about how you lot had used a corrupted crystal aboard the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation if not by technologically innovating, huh? Well, let's hesitate to interrupt such impassioned speech. Duty compels me to point out that this lady is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Ugh. All right, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take it as a yes. Ah, it's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or 2. I do rather admire that both Biggs and Wedge are willing to, strike out separately from Sid to do their own thing. They're not, clinging to him. They like him, but, they respect him, but, they're willing to do their own thing. I like that a lot, actually. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing that you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand, right? As well, right? Then, rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know of a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thanaland who, very occasionally, handles the earth aspect of a variety of ether sand. We're just in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems like he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanaland without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking around with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? I, which thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turns out to be a little less inspiring than you first thought. It's so funny because, like, ether sand is tricky to harvest. I feel like it's one of the things that you only get nodes that, like, pop up a couple times a day in universe, or in game rather. But yeah, it's definitely not insurmountable. Hello! Save your greeting. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is of the squat, silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lullafellow lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it is called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, the alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I've not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may be yet lost in the old Amalgina mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Yeah, I think you hired the wrong adventurers, bud. You know what? What if I just out of curiosity, what if I tried, while I'm doing other things, tried to get into Ultima's Bane? See what happens. I bet you it's not gonna happen, but a gal can dream. Wedge, my boy, where you be? My little man, my little guy. Where are you, buddy? Oh, excuse me. 'Tis been a long day. But hey, I only had to take calls for 3/4 of my shift, rather than the whole shift, so... So these are cult members. If I'm remembering correctly, are they followers of the Lambs of Dalamud? Oh, I don't remember. Okay, seriously. Wedge, my little mans, where you be? Because I don't see a little ass. Oh, he's in here, of course. I should have guessed. Wedge, my bud! How you didn't get caught, I have no idea, little man. could I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair, it's just not the sort of thing I do. And now I'm gonna die for it. No, no, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. Huh? Momo? Is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore the smell. I imagine you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research, but as it happens, it was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my... Oh dear. Oh dear, it must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the ether sand in my stead? Oh, thank the gods, you're a true friend, Momo. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't really seem to care for visitors. Wedge. A boy. The ether sand must have slipped out of my pocket while I was busy evading the bandits. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. He's a baby. Alright. Oh, hey, what do you know? I'm still trying to debate what color I want to dye Nico when the time comes. Should I do like a light brown? Should I do a red, like a russet potato? Like, I'm not sure what color would work best. I suppose I could just leave him yellow and say he's like an Idaho potato. Momo, have you had any luck locating the ether sand? These grains of sand were refined from an earth-cradled ore of incredible rarity and hardness. Oh no, why do I have hiccups? I haven't eaten or drank anything in hours. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting. I must say, I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must surely be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Momo. Wedge, you're an engineer, buddy. Should your pockets not have... like... I just feel like somebody who would be, like, bringing tools with them on the regular should have pockets that seal in some way, with buttons or clasps or whatever. But also, my little man's just in a hurry. The tower does look really pretty, I will say. Ah, Momo, you've returned. I take it from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand? Tell me, which variety did you find? These guys. I see. 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected. And 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You've done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the seven hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Huh. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when employees are so damn inventive, huh? Now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It would be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem rather less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order. But first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Mumma has won for our cause, if only for a moment. I don't know that I need any of that, so... A performance for the ages. Rambros wishes to discuss the procurement of an outstanding qualities of ether sand. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlene acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. One sec. It's too many yawns. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and shriek out Parsemontre, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. Ah. A fledgling red mage. Have fun, hun. Let's see. Goodness, too many yawns. It occurs to me, actually, so I was just thinking about the location of this etherite. Did you know that, so in Ul'dah, did you know in Ul'dah, this etherite right here, the Sapphire Avs Exchange, did not used to exist? This etherite that goes to the markets, this is relatively new. I'm pretty sure it was only added after Heavensward. Perhaps even like around the time of Stormblood, because you used to have to teleport to the Weaver's Guild and run all the way to the markets. It was a pain in the patoot, and we were all so happy when they put one right here. Anyway, sorry, I don't really know what made me think of that. Yes, I'm sorry? Did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? Forgive me, madam, but have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I can tell you where one might mine the ore from the water aspect and variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Batash nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. It's time to fly. Wrong way. Oh, right. I forgot I had unlocked Palace of the Dead. We'll have to do that at some point as well. Hulking hog carcass. Someone killed a pigu. You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You'll find no trace of the ore, but which recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you'll have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water's blessed mineral you hope to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I've decided to share the location of an alternate source of ether sand for you. The wind touch variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. The Band of Ixal in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixali logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and this is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. I'm not a man. Pigu! We're in the middle of a conversation with a douchebag. I kind of wonder how long that dead pig like model is gonna stay there. Like, will it disappear after we're done this quest? Or after I leave the area? I'm curious is all. And that pig decided to get revenge on the wrong person. It's true. Hello. So just to read this thing. The God's River seeks volunteers to join a raid of the Ixali logging grounds. The main targets being not the Ixal themselves, but the airstones the swift beaks use to give their war balloons flight. You kill beasties and you collect them to get them. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this, this fate. Bravo! That was quite the show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations! The wind touch abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. If this is who I think it is, I think I completely forgot this is how he introduced themselves. And I'm deeply amused. Must you? Oh, bye, Nico. Not what you were expecting? I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. It is him, isn't it? Wow! I completely forgot this is how he introduces himself. God. It has been... Here's the thing. I have never played a Realm Reborn from the beginning since the first time I played this game. So, like... Actually, let me get a... Give me just a sec. Oop, not that. Wait. Sorry, give me a sec here. I wanted to get... Sorry, I'm grabbing a screenshot real quick because this would make a pretty baller thumbnail for maybe next time. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, I've never replayed this from the start since I first played this game, so a lot of the stuff early in the game is kind of taking me by surprise a little bit because I had forgotten a lot of things. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? Yep. You've brought both? I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. Exposure wouldn't be amiss. Sorry, I'm just saving this, and there we go. There, that should do the trick. Excellent work! We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Momo here is the one you should be thanking, Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. The buddies. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate the enthusiasm, lads. I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged unto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology. Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding will such as yours that have defined the course of history. Sorry, I got wicked distracted because of somebody I knew posted the first chapter of their comic, and I got an alert for it on my phone. He has not updated this comic in several years. I'm so proud of him. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. God, you dramatic little shit! I completely forgot! Oh my goodness. God! Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatia, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. Hey, it's the archer that has nothing to do with the main story at all. Don't worry about it, it's perfectly fine. God, I forgot. I completely fucking forgot his character, like, what he was like at this point in his storyline. Little gremlin. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah. Noah? That is the name I've chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Coinage, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark on the annals of history. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically, but my true reasoning for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that! They're so cute! They're so cute! Sorry. Very well. Not the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled. It is time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready! The beans. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Grahatia is eager to begin the expedition of the Crystal Tower. Esteemed colleagues, the secrets of the ancient Allag beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly benefit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. What top is that? Augmented art. Oh, it's the fair. Okay, it's one of the summer outfits. Got it. Wait, that bottom is different though. Colosseum. Okay, it's just dyed. Okay, that makes sense. Good combination of the clothes though. That looked like pure black dye rather than charcoal, which helps make everything cohesive. Fashion Fantasy 14! Sorry about the delay there, I was just checking something real quick. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you're the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. I'm gonna be real, I genuinely forgot that Graha Tia used to be an archer. Or that he is an archer at this point in time, rather. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief? It's too... dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. Success! I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs! I love how his little tail goes like twitches when he does this. Is my potato gonna have it next? Or is it Wedge? Wedge! Wedge, do it! Be brave! I believe in you, little man! Or I could do it. This last one is yours, old friend. It seems only right. Was I the only one to hold it vertically instead of horizontally like the other three? Ha! We did it! So much for the outer defenses. Indeed. The entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Momo and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to study the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. Might depend on the race. I'll have to double check tomorrow. That makes sense, yeah. If the outside of the palace is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Momo here fits that description better than anyone I know. I'm also kind of glad that my potato got the last one because it fits your color scheme. And it is not as if we should be idle in her absence. While Momo and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? It's funny that he calls him old man because Sid can't be any older than his mid-30s to his 40s. That's it, that's all. Momo, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide some instructions. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain that the maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though, we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remain intact. You will have to leave whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Momo. I would really like to do this tonight. I might as well, because we're still 2 healers in the tank shy of Ultima's Bane. And that could take anywhere from an hour to who even knows what. But, even though there's a ton more people involved, because it's 24 people, I do rather feel like it's more likely for Labyrinth of the Ancients to fill than Ultima's Bane. While I'm at it, though, we definitely still have plenty to do. Let's go unlock Hullbreaker Isle. I genuinely thought that the whole reason I didn't go into any of the other dungeons we've unlocked is because I genuinely thought that we had to do one or more of these missions as part of the Crystal Tower series, but I guess not. Everything in order? Then let's get you over to Hullbreaker Isle before it's a swarm of scavengers. I'll get us there in one piece, never you fear. I've been keeping an eye on the weather, and I know exactly where the mist will clear up. When you arrive, make your way to the wreck of the Har. Mistbeard's coffer is bound to be somewhere inside. As for how you're supposed to get back afterward, I'm sure you'll figure out something. You'll figure something out. The resourceful venturer that you are. I'll be waiting for you in Limsa. Okay, NPCs are not an option for that one either. Got it. Okay, so I've definitely unlocked all of these now, so... I might as well get this unlocked. I mean, I'm gonna keep working on story quests for a little bit longer. But if Labyrinth of the Ancient doesn't pop within like 30 minutes, I might call it quits for the night, just because I've only got so many spoons. But we'll see what happens. By the way, ad's gonna start in about 30 seconds, which isn't really a problem, because after I speak with folks, I'm gonna go fly over to Horizon, and I'll wait. Well, you did say you've got turbo, so that actually wouldn't be a problem. An adventurer, baseless rumors notwithstanding, I can assure you that your meager talents are not needed here. No Heconteers have returned to the mines. Even if they had, the stone torches would be seeing to the threat swiftly and ably, as is our wont. I know not what you just heard, but it was most certainly not the tortured scream of some unfortunate miner being consigned to the maw of a bloodthirsty giant birthed from the god-forsaken depths. Ah, 7 hells. It's true, all of it. We thought we had seen the last of them, but we were wrong. Horribly, dreadfully wrong. Let down our guard, we did, and now Copperbell is overrun by the damn legion of the fiends, each one of them nastier than the last. We've already lost scores of our men to the chaos. The few that have returned alive claim that even the once docile Spriggans have gone mad, falling upon the poor miners in droves. So much for being harbingers of wealth and fortune, huh? The stone torches are loath to lean on the strength of outsiders, but I cannot in good conscience place fool pride before the lives of good men any longer. You reclaimed these mines once. The torches, nay, the entire nation of Volda, will be forever in your debt if you could perform the deed again. I beg of you, friend, banish these fiends to the depths that they may never resurface. And the rest of these are associated with a quest, and therefore I'll have to do them another time. Well, at least we have a singular healer. This place definitely has some interesting I wouldn't say it's not architecture if it's natural. It's got some interesting archaeological things, developments, structures. Like, I don't know if these kind of things would like remain standing in real life, but meh. It's a fantasy, no. It's a fantasy series. Oh, the Weaponsmith of Legend. This is the one that leads to what's-his-face. Got it. Oh, shit! I was talking shit, I guess. Come on, guys, come on. Alonzi, come on! DPS, no! DPS, no! Come on! Hurry up! Okay. Thank you. Light party. Not full party? Welcome to the Crystal Tower. Okay, let's see. Who all do we have? Aw, no fun names in our alliance. Wait, why are the alliance things all the way over here? I gotta fix this. I guess I don't really have to. I'm not a healer. I don't need to target anyone in other alliances. So I guess they can stay there for now. Just does mean I have a harder time seeing if anyone has any fun names. One of the most fun things you can do is just a Onion Ring. Okay, that's a funny one, but that appears to be the only funny name here. The rest of these are just kind of boring. Good lord! Good lord! I'm gonna have to turn down my effects! off mostly for Keldred, and I forgot to do so for Momo. So like, by turned off, I mean I usually have like animations for anybody who's not directly in my party turned off for alliances and stuff. And I'm gonna have to definitely do that before I do the next thing, because this is way too distracting, Jesus! Whoop! Ugh, I hate the cursed eyes. Ooh, that was a whatchamacallit spell. Sage. I haven't played with very many sages yet. Because I usually don't play with other I usually don't play with other players. So, back when this first came out, back when I was first running this was a lot harder. Because everyone's gear, it was just a Realm Reborn gear. Like, it wasn't really anything special. You had to do a ton of these kind of missions and raids and stuff to get decent gear. And, but now, even the base gear you get in a Realm Reborn is much better than anything we got back in the day, so these, we can basically ignore mechanics now. On my end, I disabled damage numbers because a friend of mine told me it made the game look too busy. Yeah, that tracks. On Keldred, on my main character, I have over the years disabled a shit ton of various animations from other players and whatnot. Damage I think I keep my own damage numbers and maybe perhaps those from my team, but nothing for players outside of my direct party. I have thus far only done like 1 or 2 things with Momo that had more than with other players, and no raids. So I genuinely did not realize how distracting this would be. I can't see shit. I gotta fix this. Like, everybody's HP bars and shit too. I gotta fix this as soon as this raid is over. Bone Dragon, please stay down. There we go. Oh, we are Alliance A. Okay. I don't need that. And I don't need that. Okay. Those are both red mage things though, weren't they? Or they're just mage stuff? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. It's been such a long time since I played, like, whenever I get into Crystal Tower, it's almost always the middle one or the last one of the 3 raid series. I almost never get this one. So it's been quite a while since I've done this one. What do you mean purple? Oh! Okay, see. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff in the chat. There we go. Because a fundamental aspect of the raids is that all 24 people have to work together, which can be a problem sometimes. Thanatos, huh? Well, I prefer my Hades version of you, thanks. Uh-oh. I don't remember what this means. Are we the only ones that can hit him, or are we the only ones that can't? If I have been rendered existentially aligned to the astral plane, damage dealt is reduced but can attack ghostly beings. Okay. What ghostly? Okay, that's what we mean by ghostly beings. Got it. Oh my goodness! Hello, Kit! Hello, folks! Welcome, everybody! Hello, my dears! You're catching us in the middle of the Crystal Tower. Hello! Hello, everybody! My name is Shara. Welcome to the stream. I am your friendly neighborhood mom friend that enjoys playing RPGs and cozy games. Aw, Kit, thank you. I appreciate it. World, nope, it's the Labyrinth of the Ancients, actually. I just unlocked the first thing in Crystal Tower just today. Let's see, that's... nope. And... nope. It's not too bad. The problem is that with this, I've never done a raid on Kel, and I've also never played with other players. So I did not realize I had not gotten rid of a lot of my... I'd not turned off a lot of the animations from other players. So this is a visual, like, smorgasbord right now. Whoop! But yeah, remind me, what were you playing again? I'm sorry, my memory's so garbage. I know I saw your stream stuff earlier. I hope you guys had a good time. Nara's been keeping me company, which I appreciate. Wait, why are we in the water? Or why are we in the lava? Guys, why are we in the lava? Alliance, please. Hot soup. Oh, Sonic for Tears, nice. I hope it went well. Oh. No. No. The bombs cannot... Nope. You need to die, sir. Bombs cannot be allowed. That's a big old nope. Go down! Bye! There was one where someone decided it would be funny to plant markers at wrong sides with the intent to mislead players. Everyone, including me, got annoyed with it. I can't blame you, because that is intentionally malicious and is kind of a it's a dick move. The whole point of a raid is that you gotta work together with the other players. Like, it's an exercise in frustration if you don't. Oh, hello, King Behemoth! Oh, that's not the one I meant to do, but... Aw, no. Aw, beans! Oh! Meteor is a-coming. Wait, are we supposed to... Yeah, we do destroy the Iron Giants because they destroy the... these thingies, right? Am I wrong? I thought... Okay. Aw, tits. Okay, never mind. It's screenshot... It's, Wait, was that the end of... That can't be the end of Labyrinth. Is this the end of Labyrinth of the Ancients? No way. It has been... like, every time I go into this, I either, like... On Keldred, I mean. I almost always get, World of Darkness, or the other one. Oh. They went on without me. I should have guessed. I actually don't know which way to go. Okay, yes. Please teleport me to wherever the fuck we're supposed to go. Oh. No. Legathon, that's what's your name. That, for those who don't know, was the name of one of the rivers in the Greek, the ancient Greek afterlife. Was it Phlegathon or Styx that I think it was Phlegathon, that if you drank from it, you would forget your memories of life. And it was one of the requirements for you to be reincarnated or reborn as a new spirit, if I remember correctly. You had to forget your previous life by drinking from the... If it wasn't the Phlegathon, it was the other river, but I want to say it was the fucking Phlegathon. Oh, flare. Oh, flare. Oh, flare. Oh, flare. Oh, never mind. We done did it. Bye, big man. Bye. That was the fastest Labyrinth of the Ancients I have ever played. Just passing all of these. We have no need for any of them. Player commendation. You guys kept me alive. One of you gets a love. Okay, today, yeah, I think I rolled on all the loot. Excuse me. Ipsida. Okay, I did get the Phlegathon, and these are functionally useless until I get a halfway decent crafting thing, but can be turned into proper thingamajiggies. Hello, Reaper friend. I'm a potato. You are Banoy, and now we go. I get a player comm, probably just by default. Ho there, Momo. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned in this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what are the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that would have been Phlegathon. Not Acheron. Phlegathon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this! Well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have had you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinish's Fine for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. I'm genuinely surprised and very happy that that actually popped as quickly as it did. But that is in part, I think, because it's a Friday night, and because a lot of people can get queued into Labyrinth or other similar raids just by doing their roulettes. Either way, I'm happy as a clam. This was sort of my goal for tonight, and I'm glad we made it. And, finishing out the Crystal Tower series will definitely be one of my focuses of the next couple streams. Along with MSQ. So good of you to join us, Mama. Our meeting would be dull indeed without the full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. For prosperity, Grahatia is ready to address the assembled fellowship of Noah. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting. If you be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Momo. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. You've been reading about it. Whomst wrote what you are reading? For your reference, I've added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report, and began in compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Momo's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allagan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which there must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us! It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads. Well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Momo. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allagan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin with all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Guess who? Actually, had we seen him? Had we seen this man's face before this point? I don't think we did we? Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to imagine the reliance you place. I am beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. I didn't think so. Okay, that tracks then. So, my surprise at learning this person's identity the first time I played this was therefore valid. So, this is the legacy the Allagan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match even for the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. I believe the Fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. The gasp. Oh, Nero, you little shithead. Oh yeah, Circus Tower. Rambos is frustrated over Noah's lack of progress on the Crystal Tower. Disclaimer, I'm a Moogle, not a Garlean. Yeah, that's why you have a third eye. I'm a potato. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there's nothing worthwhile to report. The Suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially? In like manner, the entryway to the principal spire, Circus Tower, the Alligans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we're at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talent shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to send my people scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance? And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Alligan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I'm sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was pain, but it has subsided. Well, well. This is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Alligan eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alligans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of his manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Circus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Momo, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Momo. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. That said, though, this is actually quite a lot later than I had intended to stay up tonight. Well, let me do one last thing before I sleep. Let me unlock these levs. And after I do that, I think I'm going to be done for the night, just because I don't want to completely destroy my sleep schedule. Kaletai, the Adventurers Guild representative for local lev quests at St. Coinish's Find, is seeking an adventurer to undertake guild levs. Ah, another adventurous soul. Welcome to St. Coinish's Find. I'm Kaletai of the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for accompanying me all this way, Narukon. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm just gonna do this lev real quick. It is my responsibility as Levme to recruit hard-working, industrious men and women to fulfill the Guild's many contracts. Be advised that these contracts can be quite demanding, and we cannot afford to assign work to the unqualified. Many of my levs will require you to travel far from the safety of this encampment. The creatures which roam Mordona are not to be trifled with, and I have no desire to send you to your doom. Therefore, I will evaluate you depending on your ability to complete a battlecraft lev. Oh, and you should know that I was selected for this post due to my military experience. Do not expect your trial to be an easy one. A toad less taken. I must say this is truly exciting stuff. A genuine adventure. Could the giant toad have been bred by the Allagans in antiquity? Could these marvelous people have been engaging in, dare I say it, Nyx husbandry? There's only one way to find out. I shall need live giant toads. Do soften them up. I can't abide hopping. I should remind you that the client explicitly requested live specimens. It is essential that you do not slay the Nyxes. Once you have sufficiently weakened your quarry, cease your attacks and attempt to soothe it. However, you must take care in attempting to do so, for if the attempt fails, the beast may be driven into a frenzy for a time. Alright, let's go ahead and do this thing. Oh, hello! You are an unhappy hippogriff. Let's just go ahead and get rid of you, shall we? There we go. With these specific quests, I never have my, my Chocobo summoned, because he just causes problems. Because they basically never stop attacking an enemy, even if you do. So they do not work for these levs. Alright, one more, right? Where's the last one? Okay, over here. dear. I made him big mad. And they cannot be pacified if they're in a frenzy. Okay, how? Okay. Alright, bud. I'm gonna need you to chill now. There we go. Let's just go ahead and turn this in. Based on the reports from local Lev watches, I am more than satisfied with your qualifications. The client was most pleased as well, and would like you to have this. A random hat. If you ever want for more good Levs, you need only ask. We look forward to your return. Yay! I did that slightly to get a few more company seals. Because I need to upgrade my my standing with the free company in order to be able to take advanced provisioning missions. Is that what they call it? I forget. What I mean is to turn in all of this for Grand Company seals. Doing so is only possible once you reach a certain level with your Grand Company, which I believe I'm part of the Momo is part of the adders for Gridania. Okay, though, I do think that is it for me for tonight. Thank you everybody who participated in the raid. Thank you Naracon for keeping me company and like making me smile for the whole thing. I really appreciated that. It's been a good night. We got a good chunk done. It was really nice. So who do we want to say hi to tonight? Looks like GK is doing Uma Musume. Samhain is doing some Hollow Knight Silk Song. Deku is doing Donkey Kong Bonanza. And Aura and Aloy is doing Mega Man Battle Network 2. If folks have new people they recommend too, I'm also willing to raid them as well. But if not, usually I raid into whoever has the fewest viewers. Just because I think some people deserve a little bit of a boost. I may as well raid into Aura, because I don't think I've ever raided into them before. So tomorrow, I'm actually doing what may or may not end up being the final stream of Hatoful Boyfriend with the New Horizons crew. So I am looking forward to that. And next week, we're still working on that schedule. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody, for coming by tonight. I really appreciated it. This was a lot of fun. We got some progress. Got to do the first part of the Crystal Tower series. And overall, I really enjoyed myself. But, yeah. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Now, let's go say hi to Aura and Aloy.